have people in this industry that we admire and look up to. And for me, Chris Taylor is, and has always been, one of those people.
CT is driven, he is student-focused, he is fun.
He expects a lot out of his students, but he also expects a lot out of himself.
Chris Taylor is inspiring, passionate, and caring.
He's a relentless motivator.
CT is all about the students.
He's committed to his work and his students.
He's wise, he's strategic, he's loyal.
He is beyond genuine. He cares about each and every person that comes into his life.
He is an innovator, and I think he does not say, do this. I think he says, try this a lot.
He is always fighting for his students and pushing us to be our very best.
So many professors you get to know on a one-on-one basis, but Chris Taylor is a guy that I've considered a friend now 6-7 years out of college.
He was not just a teacher, he was my friend, and still is.
CT has influenced the college sports industry by changing the way that academics interacts with the athletic departments.
When Chris started the program in 2009, there were 8 students, and today the number is north of 40.
He helped turn Ball State into a destination school for this industry by taking a 20 or so kid classroom and turning it into an entire major.
He recognized the paradigm shift that was taking place in the world of collegiate athletics and in sports broadcasting.
Other universities have saw what he has built SportsLink into, and they want to replicate that.
The number one question I get asked at every school I work with is you know, what do we do to become Ball State? How does SportsLink work?
Simply having the NCAA partner up. Is there anything more innovative than that?
The way these students come out and the way they have worked during our events, the hours they've put in, the 18-hour days at times, and they still want more.
It's extraordinary to see how much of, leaps and bounds they're ahead of the game before they even get into the real market. And there's a lot to do, if not everything, with where the teacher, starts.
He really takes a backseat and guides the students. They do really all of the work.
When you see your own professor in the classroom and working till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock on a weekday, you knew that was a minimum expectation.
He provided that real-world experience that I needed when I got out of college, and I believe he is the reason I am living my dream every day.
Because of CT, my career has gone on a trajectory to give me lots of opportunities to do a lot of cool things.
I didn't know I wanted to go into sports when I started at Ball State, but by the end I knew for sure that's what I wanted to do. And CT was a great inspiration for me.
CT deserves a Pioneer Award just because his dedication to his students, to TCOM, Ball State, and Ball State athletics overall.
He is a pioneer in what he does. The way he brings in experienced producers and directors like myself to speak to his students.
His vision to see where this landscape was going, to see where the industry was going, is why he deserves this award.
Congratulations, Chris, on being named this year's SVG College Sports Summit Pioneer Award winner.
Congratulations, CT, on winning the SVG Pioneer Award. You deserve it.
CT, on behalf of all of us, congratulations. Couldn't go to a more deserving guy.
Congratulations, CT.
CT, I just want to say congratulations, my friend. You have impacted my life greatly, along with many, many others.
CT couldn't happen to a better guy. Congratulations. You really deserve this award.
Congratulations, Chris Taylor. You are more than deserving of the Pioneer Award.
Chris, I just want to say congratulations all the way back to those first days when we were at Ball State as our SID. Nobody has worked harder in their career.
Chris, congratulations on the Pioneer Award. You had a vision, and now SportsLink is not only producing network-ready graduates, but it is a destination for high school students.
Congratulations, Chris. It's a wonderful honor, and it's well-deserved.
Keep it up, Chris. You're awesome. Congratulations, and let me know when I can come back. I need some more shirts.
Congratulations, CT. You most definitely deserve it.
So from all of us at Tupelo Raycom, including these fine SportsLink alumni, congratulations, CT.
And you ought to be able to stand up very proudly and just say thanks for the award. And at least to mom and family and others, I deserve it, because you do. So congratulations, dude. It's well deserved, and I'm very proud of you. Thanks.
So, to my great friend, congratulations, Chris, on being named this year's 2017 SVG College Sports Summit Pioneer Award. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was an awesome video too. AK. I will. I know lunch is next, so I'll be short. When I started working in athletics, I have a little note that was always around my desk, and it said, and I told Brandon this when he called to tell me that I had won, and I was shocked. That is, remember why you are in it, and it sticks with me today for a lot of different reasons. But to Brandon, to Ken, Paul, Tom, Jason, Andrew, everyone at SVG, thank you for this. Seeing SVG grow kind of as SportsLink is growing is, you've affected what we do too. And what all of this is for sports video and college sports. So thank you, SVG. Looking out here and seeing a lot of faces in the crowd who are very deserving to be standing here instead of me. Paul, South Carolina, tremendous respect for you and your program, and to get this award on the year that you're the honorary chair is also special, so thank you. So many people deserve thanks when someone gets an award. I definitely want to thank my mom, who isn't here, but will know what's said. My mom is always there for everything. She supports, she encourages, she's my best friend, believes. When I have whatever it might be, crazy student issues or truck issues, and she doesn't understand, she's always there as mom is to give you mom's advice. And she says it always beats a real job. And mom is right. My father passed several years ago. He wasn't around to even see any of what is happening, but I know today he's smiling down and very proud. My grandparents are also really guiding rocks in what I do. My one grandfather worked in the coal mines in Kentucky, hard work, and survived a mining crash and went back to work the next day. My other grandfather works for General Motors for 40 years and never missed a day of work in the factory. And I know that work ethic and the determination, I know my students will agree probably some of the stubbornness comes from both of my grandfathers, because they always said, you know, never take no for an answer. Remember why you're in it. I'm here as the Pioneer Award winner, but I share it with Ball State University because if I'm a pioneer individual, Ball State is a pioneer university to allow this to happen. Ball State is a place that continuously makes sure I have enough water to keep the grass that I'm standing on green, so the grass on the other side isn't greener, if that makes sense. And as you start to look in your career and you see things and you think about other things and other opportunities, and there have been some for me, Ball State has always allowed me to keep watering the grass and make it greener where we're at, and I'm very thankful for that. My chair, Tim Pollard, is in the front row. Our dean, Roger Lavery. You saw Mark Sandy, our AD, in the video. It goes to our provost, to our associate provost, to our president, even as high as the board of trustees. We get tremendous support at Ball State for SportsLink, and that's what this is also about today, so I share that with them. Alex took a lot of my notes, so my speech is even shorter, which is awesome. When I took the job in 2009 to come back and work at Ball State and do the 10-month contract and see what happens, there were two people. Dr. Joe, who was in the video, was my mentor, my TCOM chair. He's the one who hired me in that role. And I remember 3 weeks into that job teaching, I went to Dr. Joe, and I was like just a mess. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this. I've never done this before. I don't feel like I have enough time to spend with every student the way I want to. I'm not really sure I'm doing the job right. And Dr. Joe, and in Dr. Joe's great way, said, youngster, sit down. So I did. And he's like, you are not a teacher. You are a facilitator and a mentor. And if you do those two things, you will be a great teacher. And that changed my perspective from that day forward. There's also someone in 2009 who's a friend who is no longer with us. His name was Bill Bryant. We lost Bill way too early at the age of 52, I believe, with cancer just a couple years ago. Bill, too, is looking down today, and I'm very proud of how Bill guided what we do as well. The other thing I would say is that in that 2009, one of the first people I met at the time in our little closet at the bottom of Ball Communications building that Alex described was a 6'7" student that could barely fit in the closet of the office that we had. And ever since that day, Cartman has been beside me every step of the way. And what we do in SportsLink and what we've built in SportsLink. So best friend, a coworker. I think we share ideas and we bounce ideas, strengths and weaknesses. It's the great thing. So Alex, I share this too with you and all. Brad Daly is a former student of mine who just this year we were able to bring back in a full-time position. So we have 2 full-time staff members plus myself. I pulled Brad out of an advanced video production class that I was teaching because I thought the kid had skills. He hadn't thought about sports at all, and we were able to bring him back after being in the program. So Brad, I don't know, I know you're here. Wherever you're at in the room, thank you. I share this with you too. Remember why you're in it. As Alex said, in 2010, my first year at SVG, I did. I sat in the back of the room. I didn't know anything about SVG. Tim said, you need to go. So I did. Just took it all in. I watched the award show that night, and I knew we could compete. And I knew after networking and being at this event, SVG College, that we could build something really special at Ball State. So when I left Atlanta, I was flying to Dallas for a wedding. And I remember this to this day. On that plane ride, I wrote a note to all of my students coming back that year that said, hey, I just went to this really cool event. Some of the things we met, some of the things we learned, and I kind of, in a sense, issued a challenge. And it was just like, I know that we belong here, and we can do something special. And it starts in the fall semester when we get back. Remember why you were in it. Worked in athletics for over 12 years. Final role was a director of communications and marketing. And the why at those times, after those, as we all know, long bus rides, horrible hours, thrilling wins, bad losses. You're in it because of the student athlete. We're all in it because of the student athlete in some form. And then when I crossed across the street, I left Ball State for 2 years, came back to do SportsLink. And then being across the street, I'm very proud of, I think, of what we've done and how we've grown it into whatever it is and the reason we're winning this award today. I'm very, very proud of that. But I sense it that I'm just doing my job. And when I remember the why today, it's the students and the student athletes. That's why we're here. That's why we have a job. That's why I'm here. And the final people that I want to thank is the reason why I'm getting the Pioneer Award. And that's the students. Because of the students' trust, belief, the friendships that they have in me and I have in them, it's special. It's a culture in our program. So what I would like to do very quickly at the end here is that, and I won't go by name, but all of my current students, former students, to-be students in the room, just stand up for a second, please. Remember why you are in it. You are the reason why I am in it. and I share this with you all as well. Thank you, SVG. I'm very humbled and appreciative of the award. Thank you.